Gab, 133 people, that's 133, attended the Saudi Pro League game, so in the top flight, between Al Riyadh and Al Okhdood. More shocking than that is the fact that despite the massive spending and all the top players arriving in the summer, attendance in the league, in the Saudi league, are down more than 15%, from 10,200 to 8,500 average per game. What does this mean?
I think it means that all those people who were like, oh, look, it's going to become the biggest league in the world all of a sudden because Benzema and Conte and Ronaldo are here. It's not that simple. It's not that easy. This is a country which already knows football. It's a footballing country. It's not like all of a sudden you're going to generate hundreds of thousands more Saudis who are like, oh, look, Jordan Henderson's here. Let me go out and support Al Ettifaq. He played in one game where the attendance was less than 1,000.
Yeah,
these are knowledgeable fans. And I think the big clubs, the ones who've gotten the money, Al Nassr, Al Ittihad, and so on, those guys are drawing big crowds. And by the way, we're not talking 70,000. We're talking like 20, 30,000, 40,000 for some games. But the other clubs just didn't get to spend any money. Who's going to go and watch Al Okhdood? When they haven't had any money, it's the same people who were there last year, right?
Yeah.
I think if they are treating this as, can we create a viable business out of this? Still, for all the talk of globalization and commercialization, your single biggest driver is still your domestic market and your domestic gate receipts and domestic sales. And if you can't get it up in those, across your league, you're going to have a problem.
I agree.
I think PIF is going to look at this and going to say, all right, is this good use of our money? They'll give it time, a year or two, but maybe they'll focus on the national team, maybe they'll focus on the World Cup, but you can't realize that you can't generate a domestic league out of nothing. And
maybe not our 4 clubs.
I'm hoping it has to do with the weather. I'm assuming it's still relatively hot in Saudi Arabia. It's October now. I want to see what these attendances are like in December. But the fact that you spend $1 billion and then you go down 15% so far, not good.
Not good.